Yes, we continue with our coverage here where the EFF has come to picket outside the Israeli embassy. But with me, I'm with Arita President Carl Niehaus. Thank you so much, Carl. You're here. A lot of people are saying, a lot of organizations are protesting, pickets. Do you think enough is done to register a message that what's happening is wrong between Palestine and Israel?
Areta stands for an end to the illegal colonial occupation of Palestine by apartheid Israel. So we are prepared to join all protests and pickets. We held our own and we're now here to join the EFF protest march. As long as there's agreement that the full illegal colonial occupation of Palestine must come to an end, that the South Africans must get rid of the Israeli embassy and sever all diplomatic ties and business ties. They must boycott apartheid Israel. So if you ask me if enough is being done, it is good that there are marches and protests by ourselves, by the EFF, by other political parties. What I have a problem with is the African National Congress that had a march on Friday, but they talk with a split tongue. They talk from both sides of their mouths. On the one hand, they say they stand for freedom of Palestine, but they still pay lip service to the so-called two-state solution, which is no solution at all. They still allow the Israeli embassy to exist here in South Africa and continue to have diplomatic ties and business ties with Israel. As usual, the ANC wants both its cake and eat it. In this instance, where the people of Palestine are suffering as they are suffering, where genocide is being committed by apartheid Israel, there can be no double talk. We must be straight and clear. Apartheid Israel is committing genocide. The armed struggle, also the struggle that Hamas is conducting against apartheid Israel, is morally correct, is in terms of international law correct, and is in terms of the various resolutions of the United Nations correct. The ANC criticized Hamas. That is an anomaly. The ANC and Umkhonto we Sizwe was part of an armed struggle against apartheid in South Africa. Today they want to talk like new liberals if they do not understand what an armed struggle is about. When you're in an armed struggle, you fight the enemy. This enemy in Palestine has colonially taken the land of the Palestinian people for more than 7.5 decades. It has killed hundreds of thousands of Palestinians and displaced millions. This enemy cannot be faced with anything else but all the possibility of also an armed struggle. And therefore, Areta stands with those positions, and we say the South African government must stop failing the people of Palestine. When we were fighting apartheid, the people of Palestine supported us fully. We must do exactly the same now.
Are you saying your former home, the ANC and the governing party, it's failing Palestine with regards to what's happening there?
Yes, they are. As I said to you, they talk as if they want the South African government to close the Israeli embassy, but they allow the Israeli embassy to continue. They criticize the legitimate armed struggle against apartheid Israel. At the same time, they continue to have business relations with apartheid Israel. South Africa is one of the biggest business and financial engagers with apartheid Israel. On the African continent, we stand out as engaging with apartheid Israel. If the ANC would be honest, it would make sure that the apartheid Israel embassy is closed down, that all financial relations, all business relations are stopped with apartheid Israel, and that they will arm Hamas.
Right, thank you so much. That was Karl Niehaus, the president of ARITA, registered former member of the ANC, saying that the governing party is failing and it's speaking with two tongues, supporting Israel and also supporting Palestine.